Escanor.
Hey guys, my name is Sam here and we're here for another video today where we're going to be talking about the new Escanor that is coming out for Global. Not Global, JP, which is going to be hype as shit. I personally really want him. Escanor's probably my favorite character from the Psychedelic Sins. And we're going to be on Discord and Twitter looking at the new stuff that has released recently, like within 3 hours. I woke up late, I overslept it. But let's show the new stuff. So we're gonna have I have Hope Arthur as a free mission. She can be free, but he's mostly you're gonna get most of his dupes in the Escanor banner. So this is what he looks like. He has a pretty cool animation, art style. He has a cool name, Light of Hope. They're building him up as like a really important character, I think, in the show, but I don't think he's that important yet. But maybe, I don't know. I haven't really watched. I watched the whole show, but I haven't read the manga, so I really don't know. And the Festival Limited Unit himself, the ONE Escanor. This guy looks fire. Like, look at him. Like, he looks like fire. Escanor is so cool. Honestly, my favorite character. This is probably gonna be the strongest character in the game. I wonder if he will get any stronger in the show. And you have that. But yeah, but Escanor is pretty cool. He's really powerful. So let's go to Discord. Let's increase this up here. So we have 2 pictures for them. These are my Discord stuff. I'm gonna close them right here, and we're gonna be showing the new stuff here. So Escanor is a human, which isn't noticeable because he's always been human, and he's gonna be a blue type, which makes him really good against Lost Vein. He's probably might counter him also, I think. So I don't know his stats or anything, but based on his kit, he looks really OP. Like, he gets at the start of turn, he adds 6% to all allies. No, I messed up. On your turn, only he gets 6% every single turn, which is insane because he hits 18%, which is basically Rugal. So he hits 80% pretty much before Rugal most times, unless they try killing Rugal really quickly, which is good. And he also removes debuffs, so he's really good against Kyo and I think King, who has a lot of debuffs. I'd like to let you know that I'm not really I recently started with 7 Innocence. I'm not like 100% sure how good some stuff are, so I might like overestimate some stuff, but I think this passive is insane. It gives him a lot of stats and he removes debuffs multiple times, I think, and it makes him immune. So basically he counters Kyo and King, who are one of the best PvP units in the game, at least in JP. And Kyo is one of the best in PvP in Global too. And then his first kit, which people say looks funny. I saw some like YouTubers say it looks funny. I think it looks pretty insane, but it might be a bit silly, yeah. But it does 500% rush damage, which I think is like Ignor's defenses, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, you can check yourself. And he does to a single target. So basically, even though Rulu and him are kind of similar in that they get more stats throughout the game, I think they're different in the way that this guy is a single target monster, which makes them both viable. So even though they're pretty similar, you can use them both, and you can't be I feel like honestly they're very different, like due to the fact that there's one is a single target and one is Pierce AoE, which makes them both viable in a way. But he does 500% rush damage to a single target, and he does 8 additional damage per 1% of the remaining health, which is insane due to the fact that on 100% health on an enemy, that's 80% more damage. 580% is nothing to scoff at. That's so insane. Escanor damage is insane. And then his second move is a single target, they do 600%, which is, I'm pretty sure that's high, like really high. Like I think it's higher than Escanor, like green Escanor's, just outright. Which make these two are so powerful. Like he's gonna do so much damage for no reason. Like I feel like he's probably gonna be the new best unit in the game. Probably beats out Lost Vein and Lost Liz and maybe Green Gopher too. And then his ult does 720% damage on one person and does the same, like, does 20% additional damage to that same unit or something else. It makes it so it means that he has no abrasive damage. I'm pretty sure this in the game. This is like I'm like, I don't know what game, but like it does additional damage. Like, it's like Golden Frieza thing where he hits him hard and then just any additional damage goes to like something else. I think that's insane due to the fact that sometimes when you do ults it overkills it, but this makes it so it doesn't really matter. It still hits the other units. So Escanor looks broken. Like, honestly, the best unit in the game, honestly, for me. Then we have Green Offer, who is a pretty cool character. I don't think he's my favorite character in the game, but he's probably gonna be pretty cool. So if all allies are alive, they deal 35% more damage and receive less damage, which is pretty good. And he also activates it when he's in battle, which excludes PvP and Annihilation, which I don't know what Annihilation is, honestly. But in PvP, so it makes him, if he was used in PvP, he would be OP with Escanor, because Escanor does more damage when the enemy has more health. So basically, he'd be one-shotting units with him as Arthur, but he's not part of PvP, so Escanor will be one-shotting people die easily. So I think it's good. But honestly, since he's not included in PvP, I think his vibe really falls a bit, because he's more of a PvE unit. I think he's an insane PvE unit, depending on the content. If it's all against hard content, it's gonna make him harder to use, because if he dies, he loses. If anyone dies, he loses the passive. So, once you lose the passive, he's kind of useless, honestly. He's like, which I think is the problem with him. But in a farming team, with Hauser, he might be insane due to the fact that he won't die in a farming if he farms like a low level thing with like Hauser, Rugal. So he's always gonna have his passive up, which is pretty much makes him pretty good in PvE whenever you don't need to like kill anything. He's insane for farming. And then his cards, he removes the enemy's buff and does 260 damage and heals a buff and debuff, and for 2 turns in a single thing. I don't think that's that really good. And this does 370% damage to all enemies. I think this is okay. And then his ultimate does 630% cutting, or I think this is what's it called? I forgot the name. I think it's sewer damage to a single person times free crit chance. So honestly, I don't think Offer is that insane to get. I think if you get him, you won't be too mad, but it's not like, oh, we need Offer. I think you need Escanor. Like, Escanor for me is like a god tier unit. Green Offer is like a good PvE unit, so that's how I see him. So if you want to do them, you can do them, of course, but wait, I wonder if there's any more stuff here. I thought there was. Then there's a like translation of stuff here. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some new stuff here, and yeah. Yeah. So that's much it for this video. I would like to say Escanor meets the hype in terms of at least being powerful as shit. Like, honestly, I'm pretty excited to see Escanor in battle, honestly. And oh god, I had to what did you see, OBS? And I also am excited for him to come to Go, because I'm a Go main, of course. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope to see you guys later. Peace out.